a statue. The statue has clicked into position. A solid wooden plinth. I thought Comrade Lenin went out of fashion years ago. Oh, I can turn the statue, but I can't pick it up. It seems to be anchored to the plinth. Apparently, the right orientation of the statues triggered a secret mechanism. Soundproofed walls, and then this chair. Are they torturing people in here? A book about the notorious pirate Bale Schmidt, who initially made life very difficult for the patricians and later for the colonists near Port Royal. It sounds like a mechanism has been triggered, but I cannot see any changes. I'll take the skull with me, but I won't walk carrying a complete human skeleton. The mechanism in the bookshelf has opened the flap, but there is nothing in there. Strange. Very, very strange. Wow, that was close. I managed to survive an assassination attempt in my father's apartment and the guys from the Secret Service, only to be almost killed by a picture. Life can be strange, can't it? What sort of strange lock is that? If I understand this correctly, I should try turning all the lights off. Done. Hopefully the contents are worth the effort and I eventually get to find out where Daddy is. Loads and loads of documents. This damn list of personnel has to be somewhere around. Ah, here. It is definitely divided up into scientists, military, and Secret Service. It lists more than 100 names in the train alone and well over 1,000 in the research station. What exactly are they all doing? Whatever it is, I've got to find out if Daddy is on board the train. Well then, let's see. After some of the names, there is a cross. Are they all dead? I can only hope that the marks have another meaning. Daddy's not on the list, though. Not on the train, and not at the research station either. Does that calm me down or worry me? At least they haven't dragged him off to Russia, but therefore my only good lead has cooled right down. I'll have to look at the other documents. Who knows? It might help a little further. Here is a file with the title Tunguska Project. I ought to have a look at that. A whole load of formulae and loads of scientific stuff. I'll be old before I understand that. What? What's that? There is something written here about a Kalenkov report. It really does seem to be from Daddy. He proved in 1976 that the object found in the Tunguska region is of alien origin. On the strength of this report, the government gave the green light to the extension of the research station to carry out experiments on the fragment without any public interference. These experiments led to the discovery that it was possible to influence the behavior of animals when certain radiation fields are modified by the fragment. After that, the Tunguska project was called into life to improve the technology. Then there are pages and pages of test results. They must have done thousands of experiments on animals. Only, what is the goal? What are they promising themselves? Does it have any military use?
Oh, hello, Oleg. I hope you have good news. What? And Nina? Is she okay? Damn it, how could that have happened? I thought you were gonna keep an eye on her. No, I don't want to calm down. I made that mistake once already, and the result... Yeah, okay. Where exactly? Okay, I'm on my way.
So, if Sergei's information is correct, then this would have to be the military hospital where they brought Nina.
I hope Nina is all right. How could a complete train derail?
They think it was an attack, but for now we should not care about that. You have to get Nina out of there.
Who, me?
Yes. Alone you have a better chance of not being discovered. It was a miracle that we got this far without problems. I mean, I gave the research station an extra wide berth, but this close to it, I almost counted on being caught by the military.
Okay, and so now, how do I get in there?
Start thinking.
Great, but thanks a lot anyway for the lift here. Without you, I would never have found it.
No problem. It was a pleasure. You were pretty worried about Nina, aren't you?
Yes, hopefully nothing has happened to her.
You really like her, don't you?
Yes. Nothing that wonderful has ever happened to me before.
Hey, wake up, boy. You can dream after you get Nina out of there.
Yes, you're right.
So, let's move. We don't have a lot of time. I'll wait here in case you need help, son. Oh, don't forget, Nina has been traveling under the name of Pagova, and probably has been admitted under that name. And now, good luck.
Thanks. I will probably need it too. My doctor always said I should eat more fruit. Well, maybe picking more fruit is a good start. An intercom system. I always thought that such deserted regions didn't have electricity.
Yeah?
What do I say now? Hello, I'm taking a vacation in the area and just happened to come by here. It looks wonderful. Is it very old, Shirley? Can I have a bit of a closer look at the house, please?
What?
I'm a great fan of buildings and architecture out of the Tsar period.
Otherwise, everything's still okay, right? This is a hospital, not a museum.
That doesn't matter. I only want to have a look at it. I won't need very long. There aren't very many interesting buildings around here for a tourist.
It's not my fault you wanted to spend your vacation in the sticks. In any case, you can't come in here unless you're a doctor or about to die. Now leave me alone. I want to finish watching the soccer game.
He switched off the intercom. All that stuff about the architecture tourist does not belong among my best ideas. I'll have to remember for the next time I'm in such a situation that art does not bring me very far. It really seems to be an ambulance. The writing on it is in Russian. I can't read it, but there's a phone number next to it. 03112. Now I've got a carrier bag full of holes and horrible red stains. Here, tie this around the hand with the missing fingers. Maybe we can fool the medic into thinking you've only just lost them, if he doesn't look too closely. I hope my plan works. Hello. My friend is badly hurt. I think he's lost a couple of fingers. Yes, I'm standing here at the bus stop in front of the hospital. Please, send someone out quickly. I think he's bleeding to death. Yes, but please, hurry. I now only hope that Oleg's acting qualities are sufficient enough to convince the ambulance driver of his story. Well, now I'm in the courtyard. Now I just have to find Nina. Empty syringes, soiled bandages, and a finger. I wonder if Oleg would... No, I'd better not. The lamp illuminates the cellar entrance. Something is casting these shadows. Something very, very close. There's a key in the lamp. It's a strange hiding place, but better than putting it under the doormat. It should work with that. It fits. And into the lion's den. Hopefully no one's in the cellar. A dictation machine. Maybe there's a recording of Nina on it.
Patient 1835, severe psychological and neural problems, currently in a coma. During the observation period, the patient exhibited symptoms such as optical and acoustic hallucinations, reflexive muscle contractions, and incontinence. Patient also exhibited psychogenic reactions, temporary amnesia, partial facial paralysis, and spots in front of the eyes. Damage to the temporal lobe caused by external influences, fracture of the right wrist, various contusions, and hematomas in the area of the head and arms. Apart from some of the external injuries, the patient exhibits similar symptoms as the other patients. The report must be completed as soon as possible and faxed to Moscow.
Damn, the batteries are running right down. That sounds terrible. What does "as with the other patients" mean? Does it mean that these behavioral and consciousness problems appear on a lot of people? If yes, why? What is the cause? I'll have to tell Nina about that, because something here is not right. I don't know what it is, but I definitely don't like it. Not at all. There are medical records in here, all sorted alphabetically. Maybe I can find out what they did to Nina. K, Koch, Kyo, Cam. No records on Nina. Wait, Oleg said she was traveling under a false name, something with P. Perkova. So let's have a look. P. Pow. Perez. Perez Manuel. Wasn't he the one who went on the Tunguska expedition with Nina's father? And he was here too? That's very interesting. I should have a look at that. If my rudimentary medical knowledge isn't fooling me, there's something here about extreme behavioral and consciousness disturbances. Perez's behavior obviously showed such strange symptoms, unrecorded in any known illness. That was ages ago. In the meantime, research should have... It looks like they tried to find out about the illness by carrying out experiments on him. Through the cranium without an anesthetic. That's ghastly. Electroshocks, straitjacket, shock therapy. That reads like a torture report out of the Middle Ages. But the poor guy seems to have survived it. Then, a few weeks ago, he was sent back to his home country after an application from a certain Dr. Nicole Charlois to a small suburb of San Cristobal west of Havana. It looks like he obviously resisted so violently that they had to give him the double doses of phenylcyclidine piperidine. I believe that sedative has been forbidden for a while now. That's strange. Perez has been here for almost 30 years, and suddenly they're shipping him off to Cuba? And Nina's father disappears without a trace shortly thereafter. I would be astonished if there wasn't a connection. But what could it be? There's a whole load of medicines and chemical stuff in it. If I'm not mistaken, one of these bottles contains that stuff Perez was sedated with in it. I still can't identify the rest. A syringe. Looks like it hasn't been used yet, although the needle's been uncovered. I'll have to be careful not to touch the needle. I cannot find anything in particular on the skull, but the lungs. I can't imagine that the person is still alive. I don't really want to find out who or what is lying underneath it and where all these stains come from. Luckily, it can't be Nina. The person or thing is far too small. I can hear voices. As long as I don't know what to expect on the other side, I'm not touching this door.
Can't do anything about that, but you're missing out. It's a really good game. I just wish the satellite dish wasn't so sensitive. I have to keep adjusting it. Hopefully, it won't be as windy as yesterday. I couldn't really see anything properly. No, you can forget that. Just be happy that the broad is in a deep sleep at least and not constantly on a rampage. Yep, and 3 more days up in that damp room, then our doctors have more work to do. No, you better stay up there. There's hardly anyone here, but in case someone should surface, there'll be another uproar about people leaving posts and so on. Not to worry. The head physician won't even notice that I'm more occupied with the TV during my shift than with making rounds. I'm keeping an eye on the entrance. If he doesn't come crawling through the basement, I'll notice him in time no matter what. Yep, will do. Till then. And don't go hunting rats again. The doc is still sour about the bullet holes.
A damp room somewhere on the upper floors. At least now I know where Nina is being held. But it's a little inconvenient that there are at least 2 guards there. I have got to get into contact with Nina somehow. Perhaps she's got an idea how to get rid of them. It seems to be a sewage pipe. It runs into the top floor. I can hear really loud snoring and groans, something about a train, explosions, and Daddy. Now, wait a minute, that sounds like Nina. The pipe seems to lead into the room where she's being held. Nina, hey, wake up. Nina? No. Damn, she seems to be a heavy sleeper. She can't hear me. That penetrating smell might just take care of waking Nina up. Ugh, it stinks to hell down here now. That does not help me at all. Maybe the small ventilator is powerful enough to blow this ammonia stink into Nina's cell. Gotta be worth a try.
Ugh, what a terrible smell. Doesn't that contravene all the rules of the Geneva Convention?
I'm very happy that you're all right.
Max?
Who else? Or were you expecting someone special?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't prepared for a surprise visit. I should tidy up a bit here first. And let some air in. Did you send me this revolting smell in here?
Yes, there was no other way to wake you up. By the way, you snore and talk in your sleep.
If you mention that to anyone at all, you are a dead man.
Don't worry, but we have to get you out of there first.
Good idea. Do you have a plan?
No, not really.
Then now is the time to come up with one. I'll get myself tidied up in the meantime. The fact that the hero rescues the princess and she looks like something the cat dragged in was never part of any story that I have read.
Hardly the newest model, but it fulfills its purpose.
Damn it! The stupid satellite dish needs adjusting again.
Don't believe that just walking in is a good idea. The guard is desperately trying to readjust the satellite dish. It doesn't look like a typical ambulance, more like a military vehicle. But what is it doing this far away from civilization? Don't believe that just walking in is a good idea. Apparently the guy has already readjusted the satellite dish. The guard is busy watching soccer on TV. Still, I better not go any further into the room because if he turns around, I'm dead meat. People should be working, not watching TV.
Damn it! The stupid satellite dish needs adjusting again.
I'd better not go there. As soon as the guard notices me, I'll have some huge problems. Either a live broadcast from the Antarctic, or the effects of adjusting the satellite dish. I'd better not go there. As soon as the guard notices me, I'll have some huge problems.
That's pretty. My grandmother used to earn a living crocheting placemats like that. I would probably break my fingers trying. I don't really want to know what is scrabbling around in there. And with only one leg, you're useless as a chair. This chair leg is only made out of plastic, but I still can't break it off. The wall doesn't make a very solid impression. However, getting out of here would probably take days. Pull it once over this sharp edge and the work of many evenings goes to the dogs. Ooh, if my grandmother would see that. The thread is not all that strong if a part breaks off when I tie a knot. The stone seems to have hit the bottom. Now I can exchange a few smaller objects with Max. So now the last leg is off too. Don't you go walking away. Take that, scourge of every health authority.
If I lock the guard in, he'll be a bit baffled for a while. After a few minutes, though, he'll sound the alarm. I've got to think of something. How am I going to silence the guy? If I lock the guard in, he'll be a bit baffled for a while. After a few minutes, though, he'll sound the alarm. I've got to think of something. How am I going to silence the guy? Before I know what I'm going to do with it, I'll definitely not put any poison in it. I'm already not that happy with the thought of walking around with an exposed syringe. I'll take the back of the syringe off. The needle and its attachment should then be light enough for me to use it as a dart in my blowpipe. If I touch this needle now, our little adventure will come to a pretty fast end.
Crap! How did that happen?
That guy is making a hell of a noise. I'll have to get him to shut up very quickly. I think that with such a hectic job, a little bit of peace won't hurt the guard.
Ouch! What was that?
So, I'm rid of him for now. Locked. A pin board with thousands of small notices, some instructions, naked women, telephone numbers, but nothing that brings me any further. I'll take the thumbtacks with me, but the bulletin board can stay where it is. The soup is so watery that I'll lose most of it moving around, and then I'll stink of cheese for the rest of my life. The sponge sucks itself full of soup. So, this is where the second guard is sitting. I almost landed in his lap. One more step and he'll notice me. I've got to think of something to distract him.
Tying things together seems to be becoming a new hobby of mine. Looks like it could work as a trap. Stress on the could. If it is really true that mice and rats like cheese, then this aromatic piece of foam rubber must be the perfect bait. The big game hunt can begin. Then let's have a look and see what we've caught.